All right, it is Sunday afternoon, and that means that it is time to go get ready for Cigars Daily Live. This is one of my favorite parts of the week. It's the one time I really get to just sit down and hang out with people in the Cigars Daily Nation. We got about 3,000 people that watch this each week, and so for me, this is the time that I want to flush out a lot of creative ideas, and we usually play a game. And I almost always have a guest on, and typically it's someone from the cigar industry. Tonight, though, my guest is my wonderful, lovely wife, Allison, and I just got back with Jim from a trip to Nicaragua, so we're going to unpack some of that tonight. So I'm going to get ready for the show and take you guys inside my creative process. So before I can get ready for Cigars Daily Live, the first thing I got to do is find my pre-show stick. This is what I'm going to be smoking before I actually dive into creating the show. So let me take you guys in here. So here is the humidor in the office. This is my shelf here, and then Jim's shelf, and then our top shelf of stuff. This is one of the times where I just get to smoke whatever I want. Tonight, shoot, I got a bunch of these. Actually, that's Allison's favorite Plasencia. I'm going to do something else. I don't know what I want. I think I'll have an Obrigado. There we go. So I'm going to smoke an Obrigado before the show, and now I got to start getting ready. I get a little bit of time. I usually work out in the lounge during this, but tonight's live, every single week, the live has stuff that goes on during the show. I put little graphics up on the screen and questions and answers and all the games that we play. All that has to be physically built. So right now, let's see here. Right now, I'm building these little vignettes from my trip to Nicaragua. I'm going to give you guys some takeaways from the trip. So I just build these really, really fast. This is inside of a curing barn I don't even remember if this is in Honduras or Nicaragua at this point. So this is our broadcasting software, and it shows, this is what I see on Sunday night on a TV. This is what's coming up, and this is what's about to be. So if I change the deal here, that normally brings up the countdown, but the countdown is broken. It shows you graphics, and typically if I have to put the camera on, it'll show you what the camera does too. Right now, it's just going to show me, showing you, showing me, showing you. So let's do that. Unless it doesn't. There it is. Show me, showing you. And by the way, look at this amazing camera rig. I'm absolutely in love with it. This is my favorite thing ever. It's just a little thing just attaches to my phone. This is the actual camera. It's got a whole built-in gimbal on it. That's why it's not shaky as I'm holding it. This thing is freaking cool. So tonight, the goal is to give you guys 5, 6, 7, usually somewhere around there. I'd like to think I'm more planned out than I am, but I give you guys some takeaways from the trip, because that trip to Nicaragua for me and for Jim was so much how are we going to possibly communicate all this stuff to everybody? So this is another thing about the live where I really get to sit and talk with you guys. This is the ability to give some more of the really impactful stuff on the trip that might not fit into the series on visiting Nicaragua. So if you haven't done so, you should definitely follow that series. It's on the Cigars Daily channel on YouTube here. So if you're not on that, you should check it out. I'll probably put a link down here for the whole series and everything. So now I just have to put everything in, and then I've got right now about 2 hours before the production team shows up. Allison's my guest, so she'll be here at that time, and that's when we physically do a run through of the show. And then pray to God that nothing goes wrong.
We'll get rid of this piss and vomit that's inside those.
But that all gets regulated by the algae.
Okay,
All right, so this is production meeting time. Everybody is here now, which means we can officially do the run through, which is great since we got only 30 minutes before we go live. Phil is running production tonight. The other guys are here running the other stuff that has to be run. And of course, my lovely, hi. Hi, honey. My guest tonight, my lovely wife, Allison. So the show is about the trip to Nicaragua. We visited the Plasencias, blah, 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 blah. But I want to show you guys, if you want to see from the front, from where I sit during the show, this is it right here. So this is what we see when we sit at the table on Sunday nights. There's like all kinds of stuff on the ceiling, and this is the command center where we get to see. Phil, will you show us some stuff coming up here? The left screen shows everything that's coming up.
Oh, you want to look?
Sorry, I'm like pointing over here. Phil's like, "What are you doing?" So there's me, pointing at you, and then it goes live over here. We know that it's live, and then over here is where people who comment on the Cigars Daily Channel, all the comments appear, and then this starts and stops it in case something horrible or terribly offensive happens, like somebody says a bad word or something, curse word. And then I typically have got a little menagerie of stuff in front of me here for the show. Whatever we're using tonight, we're giving away ashtrays, and we got a sampler and a bunch of stuff. So anyway, now we just got to do a run through and run the whole thing down, and then we should be ready. Look, our love cigars.
Aww.
I wrote those for
So
our love.
sweet.
Oh, God.
I had bet the wheels turning. I had better be interested in these.
Dude, almost sweet. She's like, oh god. Who's the bigger girl here right now?
I know.
Oh, that's usually, that's the usual.
That's usually me. I'm usually the bigger girl. 3, 2, 1. Wait. The one you want to unmute is the second one that says. Yeah. Now there's 9 audio sources. I'm really sorry.
So is this one?
3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, I'm Tim and welcome to Cigars Daily Live. Got a bunch of amazing stuff going on for you in this run through. The first thing and most important thing is tell me what you guys are smoking. Drop a comment down below and mention Cigars Daily. I don't know if this is helpful when I do it. I do it every single week. @mention. It's an @ sign. It's an Okay. @mention Cigars Daily, and that way we know you're talking to us, and I will catch as many of your guys' cigar questions and comments tonight. Tonight is a really big show. First of all, my guest is none other than my lovely bride, Allison Swanson, my companion on the cigar journey of life that we're in. We smoke cigars and make babies. That's what we do. Okay, and 3 people who, where the hell did my ashtray go?
Behind you in the chair.
Oh. All right, whatever. And we're going to give away these amazing ashtrays. It's going to be amazing. I'll have Allison Van White them later. Okay, time to jump into the cigar. Oh, yeah, comments. Time to jump into the Cigars Daily Nation pick of the week. This one comes from Jim Marciano, who is literally putting cigars on a pedestal. And so I want to just say thank you, Jim, for elevating cigars to the status that they deserve.
Did he steal that from the Pantheon?
Did he steal it from the Pantheon? If he did, major
better.
props.
Even better.
Props, pun intended. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Jim and I were in Nicaragua. We went to a bunch of Plasencia's factories, because they don't just have one. They've got a handful of factories in 2 different countries. And so it was an amazing thing, but it's caused me to come up with a serious question I want to ask you guys about in a segment that we call Cigar Goals. We need to get some sound effects. Cigar Goals. It's just not as... Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. All right, guys, the show is over. Allison just took off to hang out with the kids. Now it's the time after Cigars Daily Live. Some of the guys come over and hang out in the lounge. And this is like the time of the week where I really get to socialize and hang out with a few of my friends. And so I am going to go do that. And typically also the time to light up another cigar. But if you guys haven't done so, please subscribe right here. I'll keep taking you inside Cigars Daily, keep taking you inside my life and everything here on the vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to sign off. I will see y'all down in the comments.